Welcome back. It's day 9 of retro video games. I'm not even going to say the word Christmas anymore. Let's forget the whole Christmas part. I'll still put it in the title, but it's not Christmas anymore. It's well gone. Today we are playing the classic game, the F-Zero for the Super Famicom or stroke Super Nintendo. As you can tell, I've got the Japanese version. So this is my original copy. I think it's 94. I'll insert it somewhere. But this is my original copy that I had from brand new from back in the day. Still in the box, still in good condition. Let's try and do this one-handed. There's the cartridge, nice and, won't make tell in here because it's the light, but nice and grey still. No yellowing whatsoever because it's always kept in the box. Even comes with a manual. I mean, look at that. It is pristine. Absolutely pristine. Still smells new. This is still in there, which is something to do with the power. Anyway, we don't need that. We're going to put that away off camera because I don't want to ruin it. But that's the F-Zero. That's the packaging. There's the cartridge. We're going to be playing it on, now excuse the big ugly Super Famicom sticker that I clearly printed. So what we have here is I do have an original, my original Super Famicom from back in the day. Again, from 93, 92, 94, whatever it was. It's in a box, so I preserved it. It's in the original box that it came in, and I want to keep it that way. This is a UK Super Nintendo that has been region converted. I won't be able to see, but there's a 50 and 60 hertz switch at the back, and it takes original Super Famicom, as you can see, controllers as well. So it's kind of a bit of a multi-console, really. As you'll see when we pop this in, you used to have an adapter to play Japanese games on a UK system. There you go, straight in, no issues whatsoever. Right, let's get playing this. Now we are back in the games room, so we are back on the flickering CRT, but it is what it is, as I say, and it looks amazing on this in real life. So catch you in a minute. Okay, we're ready to go. So again, apologies for the flickering. I know it must be really annoying, but it does look amazing here from my point of view. So before we play it, what's your thoughts and feelings on F-Zero, on the SNES, Super Famicom, Super Nintendo Entertainment System, whatever you called it? Again, this is the 60 hertz version, so it is faster, quite a bit faster. Like the music's faster, and obviously the vehicles move faster as well. So you don't necessarily always notice if you're on a 50 hertz console like a SNES, an original Super Nintendo. If that's what you got used to, that's what you got used to. But I've obviously always had this Japanese or a Japanese console, and it does run a lot smoother. So yeah, what's your feelings on this game? I just think it's brilliant. So using the Mode 7 graphics, you imagine being in 93, 94, whenever this was. And I remember plugging this game in for the first time, and I was like, wow, this is absolutely freaking amazing. And it still holds up very well today. It's a very playable game. Gets harder and harder as the levels obviously go on. But anyway, enough talking, enough waffle. Let's go to Grand Prix. Which car did you... Are they cars? Not cars, are they? They're ships. That one looks like a pufferfish. Which car did you use? I always used to default to Blue Falcon. Let's go with Blue Falcon. I'm sure there's a faster one, but let's stick with what we know. Yeah, we'll go with Blue Falcon. And we start beginner at Night League. Start at the start, as they say. Great game. Visually very good. Hope you can hear me okay. Sorry for my reflection, that'll go in a minute. Let's play some F-Zero on the Super. I'm going to call it a Famicom because that's what I know it as. And it's the Japanese game, so I'm going to call it a Super Famicom. Super Nintendo, same thing. Whoosh! I haven't played this for a while, can't you? Love the Super Nintendo, Super Famicom controllers. Very responsive actually. Very responsive, very nice in your hand, nice and soft. The NES controllers, I always loved the NES controllers, but they had square edges, and after a bit of gameplay, it used to hurt your hands a bit. These are nice round edges. This course is so simple. The first course, you're like, oh my god, this is a piece of piss. Visually, as I said, visually very good, very smooth, no stuttering, no slow down. Great soundtrack. And if you can play it on an original CRT, please do. That's the best way to play it. It just looks how it should on a CRT. Right, so let's do a couple of levels, right, like we normally do. 3 laps left. Let's play. It's one of those tunes It goes round and round in your head after you finish playing it. This just reminds me of a really good time when I lived at home. I won't sort of bore you with the details. When I lived at home, I wasn't particularly allowed to have my telly. Well, in fact, I wasn't allowed to have my telly on any sort of volume whatsoever. I used to get told off. But anyway, that's the story for another day. And you know, when you got a soundtrack like this, like you want to crank. I mean, obviously, if I wasn't talking, I'd crank the soundtrack right up. But I just remember being in my bedroom having this I say the Super Famicom. Got it imported from Japan. One of my mates imported it for me, and he was a man who can. Did the same with the Sega Mega Drive as well. He got me my first. It was the Asian version, I think, or Korean version. So again, the 60 hertz, the better one, I suppose you want to call it that. I got it off him, friend Daniel, and he imported it for me. And I remember playing it upstairs and my mum just shouting at me to turn it down, even though it wasn't loud. But anyway, so now I'm an adult, I can crank this bad boy up as much as I want, but it's got massive nostalgia for me. It reminds me of those days, those good days. I might see if I can include it in the end actually. I should have shown you my original one. At the start of the intro I'd said I've got the original Super Famicom, which I'm referring to now, that I used to play back in the day in its original box. I see, if I can, I'll, because it's tucked away, I know where it is, but it's a pain in the bum to get to. If I can get it, I'll put it in the video. Okay, round one done, nice and simple, yeah. Nothing too taxing about that, it was very simple. Right, I'm just gonna crank the sound up a little bit. Funky ass tune. Dun, 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 dun. Stay off those sticky things on the side, which is basically what they are. Slow you down, obviously. Again, like I said, it's nostalgia. This is why people always say to me, like, Lee, why do you prefer, like I've got a PS4, I've said to you before, I've got a PS4, which obviously I know is old now. I've got Nintendo Switch 2, PS3, obviously PS2, PS1, all that. Xbox One S, I think it is. Can't remember, but anyway, yeah, so they're the sort of modern day consoles that I've got, and people say, why do you prefer, do you not go and play Call of Duty online, or you know, or whatever? And I don't play online. I just like to pick up a game, plug it in and play it. And I plugged in my Xbox One the other day, Xbox One that was, yeah. I haven't played it for ages. And of course everything needed update. It needed a system update, and I plugged a game in or put a disc in, that needed an update. And it was like, you know, 20 minutes later I'm playing the game, and I'm like, what happened to just popping a game in and playing it? No having to attach it to the internet. So that's anyway, to answer that question. When people ask me why do I like retro games sort of better, I suppose if you want to call it that. That's why. But again, I've got my Nintendo Switch 2, which I absolutely love. I've had a Nintendo Switch since the original one, since day of the launch. I waited 3 months, I think, can't remember, 3 or 4 months, I don't know how long it was, before I got a Nintendo, before I get a Nintendo Switch 2. Waited for the hype to die down, got it off Amazon, arrived the next day, loving it. Really, really good system. I'm playing Cyberpunk 2077 on it, and it looks outstanding on that in 4K. I've got a 4K TV in the living room, 50 inch, I think it is, 50 inch TV, so nice, you know, big enough. So yeah, anyway, let's play this. We're doing it good. Again, final lap, no issues really, is there? We're kind of flying away with this. There's a level which I can't remember what it's called, and it's like, there's a sideways wind, it's a nightmare. You're constantly being blown sort of towards the side bits, which are like magnets, like that. Wrong cue, like magnets, and you get sucked to the sides. It's a pain in the ass. So yeah, let me know if you played this. Let me know if you still play it. Okay, home stretch. And if you notice, we didn't use any of these. So down here you've got S's, which are our boosts. I haven't used any of them on level 1 or 2 yet because I haven't needed them. But yeah, there is a boost down there as well, which is an S, which is a special, I think it is. I think that's what it's classed for. Class S, sorry. So let's go. We might need the specials now. We'll do 2 more levels, shall we? Maybe short and sweet today. Short and sweet. Yeah, so you can't use them. You can't use them until you've done a lap. Once you've done a lap, so it does start getting a bit harder now. Let's start ramping up. They're actually really hard to overtake. They're a pain in the arse. They kind of, they make themselves 4 foot wide. But yeah, I've had a busy day, I've had a busy week. First proper full week back at work. How about you guys? You've been back at work this week? This is my first week back. And I actually trained myself last night. My friend Steve one of our fighters kindly took the class for me. Epic session. I ached a little bit this morning. And then we had sparring this afternoon for all my fighters. I didn't do much. I did 3 or 4 rounds, I think it was. Did 3 or 4 rounds of sparring this afternoon. Nothing heavy, just mainly jabs, 1-2s. I got punched in the nose, which is nice, which is my own fault. So I'm currently got a bit of a sore nose, but that's my own fault, because I should keep my hands up higher. Practice what you preach on that. And yeah, so I ache, and I'm gonna ache like an absolute bastard tomorrow. So this for me tonight, I'm gonna be, once I finish filming this, I'm gonna carry on actually and play a few more Super Nintendo games actually, and just chill in the games room with a beer. Probably have one, because I am shattered. I bought 2 beers, those big bottles, those 600ml bottles is it, I think. Staro Program, well, what it's called, Czech beer, it's really nice. With the aim of chilling with 2 beers. It's like 3.5, isn't it? It's like, I think it's like 3 pints, I think it works out to be, or 2.5 pints, I think. I won't drink that, I'll be asleep in about half hour, I should imagine. Rock and roll me. But I've had a good day, it's been a good week. Right, let's use our special. So it boosted there, I don't know if you saw it, but it boosted. So I won, if you look down the right hand side where it says S underneath the picture of my ship, it's now only got 2 highlighted S's. Because I've used 1. Which I haven't, let's use it again, so yeah, so I've used another one, which I haven't really needed to use, to be fair. Been doing pretty good. Not bad considering I haven't played this for years, isn't it? Doing alright, I'm quite impressed with myself. Although matey boy's up my, he was up my chuffer then. Get this little symbol behind you that says check, which means they're on your tail. So we've got 2 specials left, so if we need them, we'll use them. We'll use them, or I might use it at the end anyway. I'm getting cocky now, look. I think I'm well ahead, and then I'm starting to slam into the walls. Let's use one, just to be sure he doesn't catch us up. We're home and dry, aren't we? Use our special on the last lap. Cool. We'll do one more. I was talking about, it's called Death Wind 1. So it's the one where the side wind comes. This is hard now. It's constantly trying to pull me to the right hand side. It's horrible. It's really, it's like your car's wonky. It's like having a wonky trolley at the supermarket. You know, does anyone else do that, right? Anyone else always get the gammy trolley? Every time I go to, I usually go to Tesco's because it's near me, but when I go to Tesco's, there's 50 trolleys there. I swear to God, I always get the one with the manky wheel. I was in there the other day. People must have thought I was nuts because I was actually like holding my camera filming this wonky wheel. But oh my God, come on, he's so wide. He's making himself so wide. Yeah, the right wheel just wasn't turning, it was completely stuck, like solid. So I was dragging it, it's going, people were looking at me like I was nuts. Yeah, so I just carried on with it. So I went round the whole of Tesco's. Luckily it was only a light shop, with one of those trolleys with a wheel that was literally stuck in one position. Right, 3 laps left, we're in the lead, so let's do this last one. Sure you've seen enough of me playing this now, you get the idea. So yeah, great game. One of the original titles for the Super Famicom this was as well, because as I said earlier, they wanted to show the Mode 7 off, and what a title it is. Was and is. Still holds up so well today. So simple, nothing special, nothing, you know. I never use the brake, by the way, so I'm just constantly on the throttle and then off the throttle. Just if I go around a corner, I just roll off the throttle, slow down. And you've got shoulder buttons, the left and right, which make you turn sharply. They make the sort of the wing, if you like, if you want to call it a wing, I suppose. On the ship, they make it dip Like that, look. Dip left, dip right. So final lap. Let's not crash now though while we're arsing about with the dips. So yeah, look, as soon as you get off, it's Death Wind. He's on my chuffer, so let's use our super. And obviously this is beginner mode, so it does get gradually harder. So it may appear like it's a sort of a bit of a piece of piss at the minute, but I played it to death back in the day. There you go. So F-Zero on the Super Famicom SNES. What do you reckon? Great game, eh? So was that a game that you saw coming? Is that one you thought that we might be playing? So it's been a very sort of quite a sporadic list, I'd say. Probably not games that you maybe would have thought were going to be on there. So we've still got 10, 11 and 12. We've got 3 left. So there still could be Sega Mega Drive, Panasonic 3DO, Sega Dreamcast, Sega Saturn, I know we've done it already, Nintendo 64, we've already done NES, could have SNES again, Super Famicom, so PS2 possibly, Neo Geo. There's still plenty of choices to go, right? So thanks for watching, I appreciate it. Again, thanks to all to new people that have subscribed and are taking the time to watch these videos. I love doing it, it's very therapeutic, it's my time out, it gives me and I have a bit of fun while recording videos. Thanks again, see you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe, thank you.